Qantas also being sued for selling tickets for flights that's already cancelled. What's the reaction been in Australia to this?
Not good. Outrage and wall-to-wall media coverage of this at the moment. That lawsuit from the ACCC, the consumer body here in Australia, was announced yesterday. So selling tickets on flights that had already been cancelled, 8,000 scheduled flights between May and June in 2022. And Qantas kept on selling them for an average of 2 weeks after it knew internally that those flights were never going to leave the ground, and then delayed telling ticket holders about it. So, yeah, scandalous. Qantas, for its part, put out a release saying, look, this happened in 2022. It was a period of significant operational upheaval, but Qantas was already in the gun for cancelling unredeemed flight credits. Now, just a few minutes after the ACCC announced that it was suing Qantas for selling tickets on cancelled flights, Qantas says, well, those flight credits, we're going to remove the expiry date because we listened to customers. Well, I think customers will be making their own judgment about the timing and the authenticity of that statement.
This is the flag carrier we're talking about, right? So are there implications for the government to get dragged into this?
Yes. Earlier this week, and bad timing again, the Assistant Treasurer addressed that huge record profit, $2.5 billion we saw from Qantas, saying, look, this is a good news story for Australia. Obviously, you want a strong national carrier. But then if you take that profit and then look at it in the context of what we just talked about, and there's more, it's emerged that the government, after pressure from Qantas, blocked an application from Qatar Airways to add more capacity in Australia, 28 additional flights. Now, that would have driven down prices, improved competition, made things better for consumers, but no, Qatar got blocked. So lots of questions about that being asked today. And one more ingredient for this witch's brew, which we normally wouldn't bother mentioning, Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister's 22-year-old son, has an invite-only membership to the Chairman's Lounge. Normally you'd ignore that, but taken all together, this really doesn't look good.